Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships. This is your boy M3, and I'm back again with another video, y'all. So today's topic is about how to build up your credit scores so you can have excellent credit and use your credit scores to get what you want. So I know for me, I've been through the ringer where I had like a high credit score. Then we brought investment property, but then that came along with trying to get repairs done, and so we're maxing out our credit cards. We're not able to pay off our debts, and so it lowers our credit score. But then, eventually we wound up selling our investment property, and so we was able to pay off the debts that we owe, to the banks and all that, and now our credit scores are in excellent standings. But even if you don't have a house, let's just say you don't even have credit at all, but you're just trying to work on building it. It starts, to me, right, getting a credit card. Getting a credit card so that you can make certain purchases, but don't go overboard with a credit card. Maybe make a purchase that is $1,000 and pay the minimum, but also pay a little bit more to the principal, so you don't always continue to pay the interest off, but just keep paying until you're able to pay that off. And then that's a good step to kind of show how responsible you are when it comes to, building up your credit scores, paying off your debts. You want to make sure that you're able to do those things, because that's what the credit companies are looking for. They're looking for people who are responsible enough to pay off their debts without, being in deferment, which means that I think if you get a deferment, that means that you didn't really pay your not even the minimum of your credit balance for, I think 60 days. Some could be 30 days, but you don't want to miss out on your credit payments. Pay that off right away if you can. Another thing is for people who are in debt. Okay, if you are in debt, you may have to try to, work with a balance of your debt to income ratio. So your debt to income ratio is basically the amount that you earn, which is your income, and the amount of debt that you owe. So you may have to sacrifice by cutting out on certain expenses that you normally will put down for your luxury things. Let's just say if you're a person, you play a lot of video games, so you're buying games every other week or every other month, but your credit scores are still bad. Those are sacrifices that you may have to make in order for you to pay more into the principal, so you could kind of get those things out the way, because you don't want to keep paying the interest off all the time. So work on doing those things. Like I said, that's just an example. It could be other things. It don't have to be video games, but I'm just trying to be as simplistic as possible. But you want to make sure, and here's the thing. I also want to make this clear too, though, right? I am not a financial advisor, but however, I'm just telling you guys and girls, based off of my own experiences, of what I would try to do to boost up my credit scores up, and what would I try to do to get out of debt. Another thing too is sometimes you have to set some money to the side. Now, this is me, but I'm not telling you guys to do this if you guys don't know what you're doing. But sometimes you should just try to go with investing your money into like, you know, the stock market. Maybe invest into, what's it called? Like an IUL, or like I can't remember, like an index fund, where it's like, you know, you put your money into it, your savings, and then goes up, goes around here, goes up, goes around here, and then goes up. You don't have to worry about losing money. Basically, like, you're gaining, but just a little bit of increments at a time. So that's what I would kind of advise, like, you know, set some money aside, you know, and build your index fund up. And so, you know, when it's time for you to buy the things that you want to buy or to pay off your debts, you could go to, like, and I think, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but, you know, they probably charge like a certain percentage, but look how much interest that you're accumulating for yourself. Those are one of the other things that you kind of get out of debt as well too. Use that to pay off the debts that you owe. You know, people, you know, like, who went to school, they have like a lot of student loans, and, you know, they have these good jobs, but they have like a lot of debt that they have to pay off. So let's just say if you're making $100,000 a year, but you owe $50,000 of student loan debt. Now you have to kind of ask yourself, because I know, you know, with taxes and all that, you're probably pocketing like maybe $70,000 like a year. Sometimes it takes longer for people to pay off their student loans because they see this high dollar amount that they earn from like their jobs or their careers, and instead of setting that money aside, maybe for like at least once a month, put in like $1,000 into the principal to pay off your student loans. And within 50 months, which I would say that would be like 5 years. Like, or like, yeah, 4.5 to like 5 years. Use that as, or if you wanted to like get out of debt sooner, I'm like, if you could afford to put in $2,000 into it. But a lot of times we see like the high dollar amount, and then we go splurging for our own comfort, and that what slows the process down, you know, to get out of debt even faster, you know. So hopefully that kind of helped. But like I said before, and I'll say this again for the last time, I'm not a financial advisor. So, you know, if it doesn't work, don't blame me for it. This is just my advice. This is just my personal opinion to it. It's all for entertainment purposes. But hopefully that kind of gives you like a general idea of how to build up your credit scores. And honestly, if you really want to learn how to build up your credit scores in a more efficient way, I would just advise for you guys like to, like, you know, maybe buy books, you know, go on YouTube, look for professional financial advisors that could give you like the best advice that I'm giving you. But hopefully, like, you know, you take this to the heart and it helps. If my advice does help, then hey, amen to that. But if so, please give me a like, share my videos, comment, say like, hey, thank you, M3, like your advice worked. And if it didn't, hey, still leave me a comment anyways and be like, hey, you know, M3, like, you know, this is the things that, you know, I just want to share to you that maybe that could help you guys out. But anyways, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Peace out and later.